What's going on, all you collectors out there? Phat Samurai Guy is here, and welcome to another episode of Phat Pickups Video Game Edition. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been collecting over the past couple of months. First up, before we get to the video games, let me show you guys some video game related items. So you know me collecting pops. I'm obsessed, damn it. So I had to pick up, for Mortal Kombat X, I had to pick up Scorpion Pop. Oh yeah, represent. And I also had to get Sub-Zero, come on. Can't have just Scorpion, had to get Sub-Zero too. This is the limited chase edition. As you can see right here, he's got the little ice ball in his hand there. There's ones without the chase sticker that doesn't have the ice ball in his hand, so limited. So for all you old school original Xbox owners out there, getting tired of your games looking like shit on your HD TVs? Well now, coming from Pound, there is an HD link cable for your original Xbox system right here. And I'm glad to tell you guys that this does work. For me, I didn't have any issues, so this does work. It does go up to 1080i, 720p, 480p, depends on the resolution of the games themselves. But yeah, it's very simple. You just hook this up to your original Xbox, tweak the settings in the menu, and it works. The games look as good as they're gonna look. And believe me, I was having some fun playing some fucking Burnout Revenge, man. I also picked up some game vinyls, having some fun, so I got some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance select vocal tracks right here. One of my favorite Sega Genesis games from back in the day. I got some Rocket Knight Adventures. Pretty cool record design right here, like the colors. And of course, when this was released, I had to get it, man. I had to get it. Contra, that's right, the soundtrack to the original NES game, classic action game Contra. Got some really cool artwork here. You open up the gatefold, pretty badass. And keeping it Contra, got Contra 3, the Alien Wars soundtrack. Pretty cool badass artwork. Again, and look at this gatefold, that is so fucking dope. And from Data Discs, Golden Axe soundtracks 1 and 2 on here. Golden Axe soundtracks 1 and 2. Got some pretty cool poster lithographs that came with the vinyl. Pretty cool. And also from Data Disc, same thing, comes with some cool posters and lithographs inside. Revenge of Shinobi video game soundtrack. This is just classic right here. Got some more cool artwork from inside, that's right. Representing OG. I really like the white record design right here. Now, one of my favorite games of all time, in my opinion, the sequel is better, but I still enjoy the first game. And I don't know how I got a hold of this, because when this was released, it sold out really quick, and then I was just browsing Amazon a couple of months after it came out, just browsing, and I was on Amazon, and all of a sudden it was just there. Like, one popped up for a pretty good price. It was like $25. But I was stunned to get this. But yeah, another high quality Data Disc release. I give you Streets of Motherfucking Rage. Here's the badass poster lithographs that come inside. Pretty awesome. And of course, my favorite is the blood red color on the disc. All right, let's get to the games. So I was bouncing around to different GameStop stores, as well as some other video game stores, just kind of doing a little bit of retro hunting, trying to find some old PS3 games, trying to not have a complete collection, that's not gonna happen, but just trying to find some pretty good deals. And I remember way back, many years ago, I played a demo for a game called Stuntman Ignition. Yes, I know, unfortunately, it's got the crappy GameStop cover. Yeah, I know. I would prefer the original cover. But this was one of those games where I played that demo to death. And it really was a lot of fun because it was like an action movie. It's like you're playing and starring in an action film, and you have to complete the stunts like perfectly to get the best score. And it was one of those games where I always wanted to buy, but I never wanted to pay full price for it. So many years later, I found it out in the wild for like $4. Next up is Formula One 2010. I love racing games, so I've always wanted to own a Formula One racing game. And I've heard nothing but good things about this when it was released 8 years ago. But yeah, it's like $2 to $3, man.
Brilliant overtaking maneuver. Just brilliant.
Next up we have Blood Drive. Brains, stains, and automobiles. Don't really know a lot about it. It just looked like fun. Driving around, or maybe almost Twisted Metal-esque except with zombies maybe. That's the vibe I'm getting. But, you know, if it sucks, I got it for $2.
Heads, we've got the badass cars. We've got the howling undead. We've got your favorite drivers mowing down everything in that path.
This is another game that was pretty much on every single PS3 hidden gem list. And it was one of those games where, I played the demo back in the day, found it very interesting and intriguing, but just never really got around to it. Unfortunately, it didn't do well, and more unfortunately, I heard the sequel sucked. So if you guys played the sequel to this game, let me know if you liked it, if it was good or not, but I heard it was really disappointing. But the original, I've heard good things about it, and that is Mirror's Edge. It's kind of a first-person shooter action game, but it mostly focuses on stunts and parkour. And ever since I played that demo, I always wanted to pick it up, but got it for cheap, like $4. Now this game, I saw screenshots and videos of this game, and I've heard good things about it. That's if you only like insane, crazy, fan service, over-the-top, insanity, comedy type of video games, okay? That's if you're into that type of genre. But I've heard nothing but fun and entertaining things about Lollipop Chainsaw. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Cheerleader with lollipop, with hearts on the hearts designed on the chainsaw, with a decapitated head that I think is still alive. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Show no mercy.
I'm gonna F you up!
Next up, I picked up Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Blacklist. Now, I've only played the first 3 original Splinter Cell games for the original Xbox. All 3 of those games I really enjoyed. Michael Ironside, the badass voice of Sam Fisher, was always fun in those games as well. But in this game, that's as far as I got, was the first 3. I didn't play any after that, before this came out. But I've heard this is a really, really, really good game, a very underrated Splinter Cell game, but it's one of the best. But unfortunately, Michael Ironside, they got some other, he wasn't available. I'm not sure what happened, but he couldn't do the voice. And I'm just like, come on, what's wrong with you guys? So they got somebody else to do the voice. So, I'm sure I will still enjoy the game though. But I did hear rumors about Splinter Cell coming back. If you guys have heard anything, let me know in the comments below. But I heard something about, you know, Splinter Cell coming back and maybe a Michael Ironside coming back. That'd be fucking dope. But yeah, can't wait to check this out.
It's a trap. Get out of there now.
Next up is an action RPG called Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This is one of those games that's also on people's like underrated or hidden gem lists. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. Unfortunately, there is some controversy surrounding this game. I think that either the company went under, just things went bad. This game just did not do well. I'm sure you guys can find video footage and find out more about what happened with this game. But with that said, I still heard good things about it. Don't know much about this one. It just looked interesting and it was very cheap, so I was like, why not? But it's a game called Inversion. Looks like your typical over-the-shoulder third-person shooter where you command gravity. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know how you command gravity, but I guess it has some weird Inception type building thing. I don't know. But like I said before, if it sucks, I only got it for $2. Me being a huge PlayStation and PlayStation 2 fan, I kind of missed the SOCOM boat. I kind of missed it. I know it was something that was very, very popular on PlayStation 2, but I can't play any PS2 games at the moment right now. So I had to settle for SOCOM 4 US Navy SEALs. I've heard that this isn't the best in the series, but it's still a solid tactical shooter. So got it for real cheap. Might be a good time waster.
Objective in sight. Move out. Enemy spotted. Fire at will. Heads up 45.
Now here's another series that I found entertaining, but it just disappeared. Like it just died off. It started strong, damn it, but it just died. But big fan of the Resistance games. I like the first game better than the second game, but the second game was still solid. But I had to complete the trilogy, so I got Resistance 3. I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun with this. First-person shooter, killing lots of aliens. What's not to like?
Isn't that right?
You know, when I brought this game up to the counter and I went to pay for it, the guy behind the counter was like, "Oh man, the very last good Mafia game." And I started laughing. So I did not hear the greatest reviews for Mafia 3, but this is one game I've always wanted to pick up. So here we go, Mafia 2. Pretty similar to your usual Grand Theft Auto sandbox type of action game, but I heard nothing but good things when this came out back in the day. So look forward to catching up.
Life ain't for the fat bastard.
May my soul burn in hell. Just like this saint.
Now I have not played Nier Automata yet. I have not played it yet. But the very first game before that came out back in the day is another game that's on everyone's PS3 Hidden Gems list, and it's the original Nier. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. Beautiful graphics, classic hack and slash action, so I'm pretty sure I'm good to go with this one. And another series of games that I've always wanted to play, I've always wanted to get around to it, but for many, many, many years, 10 years, I just never got around to checking these games out. And that is the Fear trilogy. So you have the first Encounter Assault Recon. So we have the first Fear, we have Fear 2 Project Origin, and Fear 3. They're basically first-person shooters with a little bit of paranormal horror mixed in a little bit. So I'm like, what? So I've always wanted to play these games, so finally got them. You know what's funny with all the recent games coming out on the recent systems and the graphics being mind-blowing and just insane. One genre has kind of made a comeback over the past couple of years. The genre of Metroidvania games. I mean, we're talking 8-bit to 16-bit era. And I think that's kind of cool, man. Especially me being from the old school. So I've heard nothing but good things about this game. It was basically created by one guy, which is pretty amazing. But I bring you Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition. When I saw the trailer for this game, I was like, oh man, this looks like a lot of fun. Straight up old school. So it comes with the game. It comes with a DVD making of documentary of the game. Comes with a poster / map of the game. And a pretty cool art book for the game. So I'm looking forward to playing that and dying a lot. Here's another classic PS2 game. I remember playing this on PS2 back in the day, and it was just like, wow, man, just the visuals were really cool, and it's like a fantasy adventure, kind of Zelda-like a little bit, but it got remastered in HD around the PS3 era, and now in physical copy form, it has been remastered again for PS4, and I bring you Okami HD. It's a beautiful, gorgeous game. I never really got a chance to play it all the way through back in the day, but I look forward to revisiting this. Now another game that the graphics are amazing, the action's amazing, but I think the storyline everybody complained about was lacking and it was kind of disappointing, but hey, I got it for cheap. I have the other ones. I'm big fans of these games, so I figure why not? I give you Batman Arkham Knight. Love Batman, love the Arkham games. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Now it's been a long time since I played a futuristic racer. A very long time. I mean, back in the day, I enjoyed F-Zero, the F-Zero games. I enjoyed even the Extreme G games. I really liked those. And of course, me growing up with Sony systems, I was a big fan of the Wipeout series. But a new game came out, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. And it's one of those games where nobody really knows that this game exists. Like, it just flew underneath the radar. And you can find this game brand new for really cheap. Like, I'm talking like $15 or less. But I've heard from some people, let me know in the comments below if you agree or not, that this is the Wipeout killer. And I was like, what? And it's a futuristic racer game called Redout, Race Faster Than Ever. Yeah, I was looking at video footage the other day and I was like, man, this is very smooth, good looking graphics, man. Like, really, really good. So I'll have to check it out. Now, it's been a while since I went through my PS3 catalog, but I mean, a while, okay? But I think I have Yakuza 4. I might have another Yakuza game. I don't remember, but they're fun games. I never got a chance to beat them. But on the PS4, this series has gotten a huge, revival. These games are popular. They're a lot more known now. I believe there's a Yakuza 6 out right now, which I have to pick up. But I saw it for cheap the other day, and I bring you Yakuza Kiwami. And this is a remake of the very first original Yakuza game. And it is the Steelbook edition. Pretty cool, pretty badass. The Yakuza games are always fun, kind of open world, Grand Theft Auto setting type of games, but with more like arcade, fast-paced, brawling, and a lot of fun, a lot of goofiness and craziness. But I never got around to playing the original game, so looking forward to checking this out. Next up is a game where a lot of fans of the franchise say it's the best game in a long time, and a lot of other people are like, stop making these games, it's over, these games suck now, it's the same thing over and over, stop making them. So you let me in the comments below where you guys lie. You still love the series, or kill the series? I picked up for a pretty good price Assassin's Creed Origins. I never beat any of the Assassin's Creed games in the past. I've just kind of played around with them a little bit, but this really intrigued me because of the setting in Egypt. It just looked really cool and really different, so gonna check it out. Oh, another controversial game. A lot of fans were not happy. I was kind of one of them. Once I found out that all of the X-Men characters were taken out of the game, and I was just kind of like, dude, come on. Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Those were classic games, all right? And everybody was eagerly awaiting or anticipating the new Marvel vs. Capcom game, and we got it, and they took out Wolverine. How you gonna take Wolverine out of the game? What's wrong with you guys? With that said, though, I still heard that the gameplay is fun, the graphics are solid, so for cheap, I was just like, all right, I'll give in as long as it's still fun to play. So for cheap, I got this for like $15. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Is it business that brings you here?
Vengeance.
This one's custom.
All right, let's keep the game controversy going. So, when the first edition of this game was released a while back, fans were pissed. They loved the graphics, they loved the gameplay, but they were really, really pissed because it felt like you weren't even really paying for a full game. And I was one of them. I was just kind of like, what the fuck is this? How do you not have an arcade mode? How do you not have an arcade mode in a fighting game? How? In a Street Fighter game? So I didn't even bother buying Street Fighter V. I'm like, I'm not even paying cheap for that game. But thankfully, Capcom listened to the fans, which they usually don't do, and they decided to re-release Street Fighter V, but with an arcade mode, damn it, Arcade Edition. So, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition. So again, another game I got a pretty good price for, especially for it being brand new. But another thing that I really wanted to buy this for is all the DLC content, all the extra characters that you have to keep paying for and paying for. They're already included in here for free. So if you guys are wondering, this is the one to get. All right, now for the big one. Yes, it is time. Now, I am the biggest God of War fan. I played all of the games, all the PSP games. All of them are just awesome, epic, hack and slash brawlers. I love them. Kratos is a fucking badass. He's fucking metal. And he's one of my favorite video game characters of all time. So a year ago, when footage was first released for the new God of War game for PS4, I was kind of like, I don't know if I like this. I was like, My concern was, Kratos has a son now, and now you play with him through the whole game. This better not be a fucking escort mission like the whole game. And also at the time, I'm like, dude, if I'm playing this fucking game as Kratos, and all of a sudden the whole game, I'm fighting and killing all these beasts and shit, and my son over here is going, yeah, Dad, get him! Kill him, Dad! I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But thankfully, from what I've been hearing, and the reviews I've been reading, and the videos I've been watching, I've heard nothing but fantastic things about the game. So I went ahead and gave in, and I had to get it. I knew I was gonna buy the. I'll be honest, okay? I was gonna buy the game anyway. I was just concerned a year ago. All right, damn it, I was concerned. But yeah, I heard nothing but great things about it. They're even calling this game a system seller. I was just like, wow, that's high praise right there. But I can't wait to play this now that I've heard good things and favorable things about it. And it's got fucking Kratos, my boy, in Norse mythology, fighting Norse gods. Fucking Viking Kratos. What? Seriously? How can I not pass this up? But I heard the sun mechanic is actually pretty cool and in the game, and he's done well, from what I'm hearing. So, had to get it. God of War.
Nothing will stand in our way.
So if any of you guys watching has played this, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Alright, that's it for today's video. That's my haul. If you have any questions about what I picked up today, let me know in the comments below. And also let me know what recent games you have picked up and some retro ones as well. And as always, I'd like to thank all you guys for watching. You guys rock. I'll see you guys next time.
Share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.